Hello guys, welcome back, and I'll tell you what, this is definitely some good judgment on both my part and your part, but gravel paths are definitely the option to go with. I mean, look at that just looks phenomenal. But, yes, many things have changed since last episode, and I'm starting the recording in the middle of the night, I believe, because I've got quite a few things to show you. Many things can be shown at night, and many things can be shown during the day. Not gonna lie, I did take a first... The grass looks really weird down there. I did have a few audio problems during the first take of this recording. I scrapped it, deleted it, so hopefully this quality is a little bit better. I don't know what the fuck's with my microphone, but I can talk a little bit further back now and it seems to pick it up. But if I talk the same distance as before, it gets all poppy and type stuff, so I don't know what the issue is there. But anyways, first thing you might notice, well, you can't really see from here, but hopefully you can. I've changed the glass. I got rid of the pixels in the middle because, you know, like every normal person, I hate it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've done some work in that vicinity. Yep, that giant thing there is the encasement for the tree farm. Trees are growing sporadically on the inside, whereas they're protected from the mobs on the outside, while looking spiffing, I guess. We've got a gravel pillar with a torch on top. That helps me mark it whenever I'm out adventuring or anything like that. The main room is still the same. I've done some work over there. Oh yeah, and I'm actually standing on top of my defensive tower that I built as well. This is the prototype for the design. I think I'm going to stick with it because there are many components of this that I really enjoy. Oh, I missed it. The laddering is a little bit weird, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's fine. So anyways, this just connects straight to the gravel path, which connects up to the top of the house. The way this works is this is the ground floor. It's going to be recessed by 1 meter, and basically tall mobs will come for you and get stuck in these little things, so they can't move left and right, so you can just hit them or whatever the fuck, and take care of them like that. And spiders will be kept at bay because they can't fit. So it's a very simple design. It's not like, you know, groundbreaking shit or anything like that, but it definitely does help. I've tested it. I actually came up with a design for that in Minecraft 1.2.4. I was building a house, and I was like, I wonder what would happen if I recessed the floor a little bit and then added this column design, and it ended up looking pretty good. Now, this is the medium range floor, so if you crouch, you can see the top of the block, so you've got like this little space to work with, so you can shoot stuff down pretty much close to medium range. It just gives you a little bit more, I guess, closeness to the enemy without having to snipe them. So, go up to the next floor here. This is kind of like the first version of the top floor. It's just a little bit higher, so you get a bit more freedom. You can move around on the outside of the tower. And finally, if we come to the very, very top, where we just were, this is pretty much for lookout. I mean, you can snipe from up here, but you're not going to have much luck. Yeah, you can see everything, and I'm going to set up towers like this all around the place. And that's a lot of cows. But yeah, so this is my defensive tower that's going to be used for, well, defense, and like skeletons and zombies down there. And yeah, fire on top with the ever-burning... There's actually a wood log above this, but it's going to burn forever because it's surrounded in blocks. That's how people made the, I guess, netherrack before netherrack was actually added to the game. So it's infinite burning fire, basically. But yeah, if you have a bow, you can just... Oh, he moved! Son bitch. But yeah, so this is just a way to get rid of mobs that are on the path or anything like that. So I'm going to build these defensive towers strategically. They're not just going to be randomly placed throughout the land. But they're going to serve a purpose. They're going to try and defend my footpaths and stuff like that if I have to get from place to place, so I can go up into the tower, fire some arrows down, and hopefully clear it out. Now, it is nighttime, which means it is not safe outside. There are creepers, there are skeletons, there are zombies, there are cows and pigs, and the worst of all, the infamous sheep. So we're not going to go outside. However, we can get down there. Now, this is the first prototype for a tunnel. Everything is a prototype when you build it for the first time, even if it's not meant to be a prototype. And I hear zombies. They were probably the ones that I shot. But yes, this is the underground tunnel. It was originally just a 2x1 by, you know, however long. But yeah, I decided to make it a bit more wider so it's not as claustrophobic. And it's still secretive, you know, no one really knows it's here. But we've got lights in the ceiling, which is just enough. I think it looks okay. It'll look better with smooth lighting once I get to, you know, update this world and stuff. These water streams will be explained in due time, do not worry about that. This one is useless, but this water stream serves a definite purpose, and you can kind of see what's up with that. But if we come up through this ladder right here, we end up right here. And this is the water stream that you just... Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What's he doing? Oh, I can hit him through the... That's very nice to know. So he can see me through there, can't he? Yes, I believe he can. Sweet. Anyways, yeah, this is the new prototype of the elevator. So, this goes about 2 to 3 times faster than an actual ladder. Hello, chicken. Goodbye, chicken. And, yeah. So, this is what the science was about at that one place. So, this is the zombie farm, right? And that's where... This is the feather factory. Haven't done much changing here. I did add this because when the zombies would fall down, they would actually push me away. So I added this so I'm always back in this corner so I can pick up the feathers. But yeah, this is not what we're here for. I got a little bit more feathers, by the way, but nothing, you know, too massive. But this is how this works. So let me just go up and show you what it does. So this is a very old version of kind of like a water elevator where you don't need a boat. You get to the very top, and then you can just walk out. So, what happens is you... oh, this is difficult to explain. Well, you're standing somewhere, and then you get lifted up by the end of the water when you run into it, because it thinks you're trying to surface. So you surface, and then you reach the next one, and then you surface again, and you just keep surfacing until you get to the top. And that's a very, very quick way to do it. But now it's daytime, so I can continue what I was going to show you with the science and everything like that. I'll get to the testing and experiment stuff first, and then I'll do the other stuff that I've done. But also, this is the first time I'm testing out half-an-hour episodes, so another episode, which will be the second half of this episode, will come out later this week sometime. I wanted to do this originally, but I think it was a bit overcomplicated, and someone suggested it last time, and I think I might at least try it. I might give it a shot and see if it's okay. But yeah, I'm going to be recording on weekends, and then I'll upload periodically throughout the week. So, first of all, I don't know why I climbed up here. Second of all, this is the original, well, shit. Good thing we have random bacon on us. So, when I was testing this out, as you remember, I originally had a ladder there. I went to test that it would actually work and stuff like that, and I built it because how I built it was I kept building because this is essentially the skeleton of it, and I kept putting water at the end of the tunnel, of each tunnel as I went up, and that was taking way too long to fill up. So I was like, I wonder if I dig out all the canals and stuff, and then I tip one water bucket at the top, and then I dig my way down, and then the water will distribute all the way here. See, this is one bucket of water, and this is the same thing. This is also from one bucket of water at the top, and then it just splits as it goes down. But yeah, when I tried it out this way, I was like, oh, I guess it doesn't work. It has to be source blocks at the end. But what I didn't think of was the southwest rule, and I never really understood the southwest rule or how it applies in Minecraft, but this is definitely one of the cases where the southwest rule is, it needs to be understood. So I was like, okay, so why the hell isn't this working? And I built this, and I was like, oh, it's still not working. So I was like, maybe it needs this. I didn't get it, because my one in there was working, but this one wasn't working. And then I thought, well, hang on. The one in the mine shaft actually is facing this way, and I go up like this. But this one is facing on this axis. So I was like, oh, maybe it's the southwest rule. So this is where the southwest rule comes into practice. I was testing with this, and we've got a water block, and at the bottom of this, let me just show you this. So we've got a dirt block underneath, so we've got one block of water floating in midair. Well, it's not floating, but it's raised one or two blocks above this floor. So as you can see, this does nothing. I'll actually get into third person for this. So this does nothing. Come around on this side, does nothing. Come around this side, does nothing. However, the northeast side works. At least I think that's the northeast side. I don't know, there's quite a bit of problems that I'm having determining which is north, south, east, and west, ever since that I found out that Minecraft's sun goes on the north-south axis in this version. But I think, let's see, so I'm now facing north. Yeah, okay, so that's north, so southeast is on that corner. So yeah, this is the northeast corner. So the southwest doesn't work, the southeast and the northwest. So these ones don't work. That's anything connected to the southwest doesn't work. That's just why, you know, that's just how it happens. So, but the northeast does work. It lifts me up. So, just to demonstrate, technically I'm floating, but there's no water there. So, you can use this to build the elevator. And then I just tried with this. So once again, the northeast side, I'm floating there, whereas I'm not actually touching the water. So yep, northwest. But likewise, doesn't work for the other sides. So there you go. Well, I just stopped recording instead of actually hitting F5, so yeah, sorry about that. F4 is my record and stop record, so I don't know if that cut anything out, but sorry if I did. I didn't say anything important, so don't worry. But yeah, this is why this doesn't work, but then I built the exact same replica of the one in my mind, and it's lucky that my mine shaft was oriented in that way, because if it wasn't, it wouldn't fucking work, and I would be most displeased. But yeah, so you can essentially go up and catch yourself and all that kind of thing. All that kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, so that's the water elevator science type stuff, and son of a bitch, and this is just going to keep happening, isn't it? Anyways, so yeah, that explains why these giant dirt structures are here. They're not going to stay around. I'm going to demolish them eventually, I just can't be stuffed for the time being. This is the tree farm encasement. And how much daytime do we have left? It's about midday. We have plenty of time. But I continued this footpath to the right and then down. And this defensive wall will keep out all unwanted mobs, which is kind of redundant because they can just get in through here now that I realize it. But anyways, this connects to the tree farm right there, and this to the outside world. So the tree farm is the same as it's always been. There's a lot more trees in here than last time I was in here, but anyways, the roof, cobblestone and glass blocks to prevent too tall trees from growing, even though this one apparently did, so I might have to try some tweaking with the roof, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't become too much of a problem. So we're just going to head out here and back up this footpath. So yeah, it's fairly straightforward. There's just different, you know, tiers and everything like that, so nothing groundbreaking. Nothing... get it? Groundbreaking? Minecraft? I don't get it either. But I hollowed out this a little bit differently. The wall was originally here, and then I did just like this little curve thing. And it comes out right next to the other front door. This is the retaining wall for the footpath thing. Yeah, you kind of know where this is. This is just temporary. I don't really know what to do with this entranceway yet. But look at this panoramic view. Look at that shit. That's pretty damn cool. That's a 90-degree view, and I like it indeed. I was thinking about, if you guys remember, I mentioned something about the greenhouse floating above here, like branching off from this level, and like a little bridge, and then having the greenhouse right here. I don't know, man. I'm having second thoughts about that, because this just looks cool. I mean, a giant glass window would look kind of fucking weird, but at the same time, I don't know. I might still do the greenhouse type thing, just for the sake of it. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying building things in this version. Iron and redstone and all that kind of shit in there. Nothing really too extravagant. Also, I don't know how much I've been clicking and everything so far, but you might hear that it's a bit different than last episode. I've actually got a new mouse since then, because my other mouse decided to stop working. So yeah, I've got this new one, and I'm kind of used to it. It doesn't... I don't know, it's a little weird, and I'm using a mouse pad as well, which I never used for my old mouse, so it always slides around and I'm not used to it. But hopefully it gets better as I continue working. I haven't done anything with the... Boy! Don't want to go down there. Haven't done anything with the mine shaft, still the same. I ran out of diamond pickaxes, so I'm back to iron, and I used up all my armor and stuff, so I just haven't made another set yet. But yeah, first redstone doors. As you can see, the right door opens before the left one. That's because there's no repeaters in the game yet, so I can't even them up. So yeah, very simple redstone. So if you have alternating currents on a device or something like that, in this case double doors, then it's always going to have a 1 tick difference at minimum. So yeah, it's going to have an odd number of delays. I'm surprised I made that. But I put mossy cobblestone here and some very beautiful flowers. I think it makes it look very, very nice. But the gravel paths are definitely the option that I'm proud with, happy with. I don't know. But yes, awesome. So apart from that, I haven't really done much else. But yeah. So that just connects everything. Oh, and I guess the water streams would be nice to describe now. So the water streams for the elevator just come straight down here, and I broke it, and then I made this tunnel. So just to even it out, I put this one, dug a little recess here, and then put the water in at the top. So that explains that giant level of mastery, all that kind of thing. The only thing I don't like about these tunnels, I noticed this the other day, the only thing I don't like about them is that as you are, I mean, I like the design and everything, it looks really nice, but as you turn the corner, at the end of the corridor, the first thing you see is a penis. So, yeah, immature side of me. But, you know, I really can't change that. I mean, I could, but it would look kind of weird and it wouldn't really blend with the rest of the corridor, so... yep, unfortunate, but... yeah, so that's everything that I've done so far. In the meantime that I haven't been recording or anything like that, so I've had some time during the week to play some Minecraft, and True Facts actually had a assignment, or an assignment rather, due on, and I just fucking hit the microphone with my fat head, so probably got the massive pop noise then. But yeah, I had to hand in an assignment, and that was due on Thursday, so yesterday, and yeah, I procrastinated a lot, so I got a little bit of Minecraft time in. But anyways, I will get to doing stuff in this episode shortly. I just gotta work out what the fuck I'm doing, so... get some torches out there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So, we're all good. Alright guys, as the moon sets and the sun rises on the opposite side, I have done this little kind of bowl design. And it's just a rectangle, but I rounded the edges. And it's got a layer of cobblestone underneath this dirt, and this is going to be the basis for the greenhouse. I'm going to have a glass roof over the top, and also because I ran out of cobblestone and I needed some more, so while I was mining, I decided to get rid of the curve and just mine straight to that. And I'm thinking about maybe having like a glass window around here and then having this floor come out. So if I mine this wall here back to be in line with the wall over there, just have a straight wall. I think I might have like a glass case around the mine shaft. So I think that'll look pretty cool, just like around here. But I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so this is the basis for the wheat farm. I didn't do too much planning, but what I think I'm gonna do is have it so that there's like wheat plots like so, I think, maybe start here, and the wheat will be along the top here, and I don't know, I'll find a way to hide the water somewhere, and I'll have like all this as wheat. Derp. Ooh, one off. Yeah, and then I will have let's see. I think I have an idea now, actually. Yeah. I think I know what I want to do. This would be a bit constricted, though. So hang on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this could work. This could work. Okay. So if I get rid of this, if I have something like this, I didn't actually measure this. Will this spill out? Yeah, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna round this a little bit better. And I chose dirt for the bridge here and everything just because when it turns to grass it'll look a lot nicer, I think. But yes, this could work. And then the basic idea is that you, when you want to collect the wheat, you just come up and then, yeah, and then, yeah, you just run around the outside, and then you can run back around the inside to get the inner pieces. And anything that falls in the middle will be pushed to the end anyway, so you can just go doo-doo, and then you're done. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the wheat farm. I can't remember what update it was where they... Oh, it was beta 1.6, because that was the update where grass was added to the game. Hello. Hello. I want to build defensive towers for exactly this reason. Look at that creeper. If I was to go outside, he would have exploded right in my face. But yeah, I spent a little bit of while... cannot speak today. Same thing every day. I can never speak. But yeah, I spent a little while at the zombie feather factory and got some more feathers down there. So we can make some excessive arrows once we go caving a little bit more, but I think I've done a bit of caving in the first few episodes, so I think I might want to leave that for a little while before I continue. I'm going to go make a hoe and do some old-fashioned seed gathering, because in this version of Minecraft and everything prior to... Oop, they've got to fix that. Fix your game, Notch. But in previous versions, we'll use cobblestone. Do I have? Yes, I do. In this version, and versions prior to 1.3, beta 1.3, you would get seeds by randomly tilling grass. So you would... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I saw that coming a mile away. Let's just designate a little area, shall we? I really don't know. Let's just randomly do it here. And seeds would pop up from the grass. This is obviously not the case anymore, because you have to, like, punch grass. Yeah, punch grass to get seeds, so... This is not how you get seeds anymore, but yeah, it was mostly just up to chance. And there we go, getting some more seeds. And that's why you make multiple hoes. Because, yeah... What can I say? Hoes are fragile. Oh, it's so gross. But whatever, I'm gonna get some more seeds and make some more hoes and stuff as I go. And I'll be back in a sec once I've done... Yeah, that's probably one of the main reasons why they changed this mechanic in the game, because it makes your land look like shit. I mean, look at this. I'm gonna have to individually walk over every single space to ruin it. Oh no, I guess... Yeah, no, there's no water nearby, so it'll all turn back to dirt and then grass eventually, but that's just gonna take forever. So yeah, I'ma be right back. Alright, so I've got around 40 seeds, give or take one. I've defiled the land beyond repair, and yeah, that's it for me. So I'm gonna head back up there and continue this wheat farm. I'm not actually sure if this is going to work. I hope that I do believe that they've kept this mechanic for a long time, but for a wheat farm you need water to be within 4 blocks of any wheat for it to grow. So there can be space between it, it can be held up by signs and all this kind of bullshit. But this water in the center, I'm hoping, will register to these on the outside. So, but yeah, all this is going to be grass, this isn't going to be touched. But the outside is, and I'll have to add like glass windows and stuff to this eventually. But oh man, I have to make so many damn hoes. So many damn hoes. Actually, I don't need my workbench. For some reason I have 2, I don't know where I picked it up from. But I guess I just made one along the way and then picked an old one up or something. But yeah, I'm just going to end up with so many hoes, and yeah. I'm just gonna stop my sentence there. But anyways, yeah, glass window around the man shaft, and yeah, this is where it will go. So hopefully this will be fertilized. I'm not sure if it needs to be joined up. I hope it doesn't, because that would suck. Oh, good. Okay. Yep. It reaches it. It fertilizes it very, very well. So yeah. How much was that? Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, it was close. Not really. It's embarrassing. But yeah, I like building old wheat farms because, I don't know, it just takes me back to the days where I discovered farming. I was like, oh, there's farming in Minecraft. I can't be stuffed because, I don't know. I always hated farming in games, just any game ever, which is why I was never a fan of, what was it called on Facebook? Fucking Farmville or some shit. Yeah, I never was a fan of that. But yeah, there we go. We've got our wheat farm. Now, we don't have to automate it with pistons, because pistons don't exist. Hell, in this version of Minecraft, I'm pretty sure even the word automatic doesn't exist. But, yeah, all I know for sure is that, we can just let this just sit there. Just sit there. We don't have any bone meal. We can't make bone meal. We can't get bones. There are no bones. So, and I didn't actually plan this, but can we see it from this window? I think we can. Oh yeah, this is a nice angle to look at it from too. Look at that. You can see it all right there. Farm there. Yeah, this is gonna look sick. And you can see it from the mineshaft window as well, can't you? Oh shit, that's pretty cool. And yeah, this is where the first floor kind of is. Also, just randomly, I got weirded the fuck out. I'm not sure if I like misjudged it or something, but when I was mining off this little part here, I knocked out either this block or this block, I don't remember, but it would have to been this block, come to think of it. But I knocked out one of them and then I replaced it because it was smooth stone, and then I replaced it with cobblestone, and the ladder here stayed on it. I thought it was this block, it must have been this one though, that makes sense. But yeah, just thought I would share that little experience of me tripping balls, because yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, we're pretty much out of cobblestone by this point. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to start a mob system soon. An underground, massive, fully fledged mob system. Am I out of glass or have I put it somewhere and I don't remember? I honestly don't remember where any glass could be. I think I have some in here, but yeah, not that much. I was carrying a lot of glass around with me. I don't know, I must have placed it all, because that took up quite a bit of glass. I didn't use any glass for the defensive tower, because that was meant to be blown up and stuff. Oh yeah, and we can't walk on this either, because, yeah, it will die. It will die indeed. Yeah, I don't know. Let's, add a little bit of a roof for us to be protected, because I just realized it's turning nighttime. Also, we need torches. I didn't even think of this. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is have floating, oh god, what's it called? Floating light sources. Right, how hard is it? Fuck. Okay, so I'm probably going to build it out of, oh, should I build it? I'm thinking maybe wood. I don't know, I've used a lot of cobblestone for the bottom and dirt for the middle and grass and everything, so I think wood would be a nice breakup for all the continuity. So let's turn it into planks first. Okay. So I need to think of this quick too, so that, oh, I thought I placed that on top there, so that's good. So this is probably going to die if we don't light that up. This is harder than it looks to actually think of. Right, okay. There's still some lighting in the background there. So should I put a glass window here? I'm not really sure. I'm so indecisive about every little thing, like literally every little thing. Okay. I think this is going to be my best option right now. Yeah, this could look kind of cool. And I'm out of torches. Wow. That was perfect. Let's designate these 2 planks for sticks. That'll give us a full stack of torches. Okay. Let's put a torch there. Oh, I didn't really think of this, but I don't know if wheat will grow if there's a transparent block above it. Well, that can be our experiment, so let's just test that. So I'll put 1 3 down and 3 down. So we can remove these torches. And yeah, I think I'm going to put that there. So I think I'm going to have a wooden ring round the outside. Round the outside. Round the outside. So like this. Where it just goes around in line. And then have these glass. Yeah, that could look kind of cool, I think. So I'll put the torches in line with this. Well, no, I'll have it offset one, won't I? Because I've got this perfectly counted and everything, but there's no way for me to get those torches back without them falling. Goodbye, torch. Yeah, it's right there. But I can't get it, so. Yep, okay. I'm going to try and build some more of this thing, because I find that I actually build a lot better off camera. Plus, it's really, really boring for me, personally, if I'm building something and I watch it back and I'm like not talking because I'm trying to focus. It doesn't make for good video. I'm not really a fan of that kind of thing. I mean, other people make it interesting, but I just like to build because I get to think about what I'm doing. Okay, that was lucky. But yeah, not a lot of... Too much thinking, not enough speaking, in my opinion, when I build stuff, so... Ooh, that was close. But yeah, I should have actually done the glass layer first. Well, whatever. See, it's things like this I don't notice until the very end, because of my friggin' being unable to think and talk at the same time while building, so... I'll be right back once I've built a little bit more of this thing.